Hey, good morning everyone. Kent from Kent's Paint Shack. Have a question for you. Do you sell your minis, your old minis, your armies that you've painstakingly, lovingly painted, collected? Do you sell them? Are you a person that once you've bought a soldier, that's it, it's yours, it's in your collection forever? Or are you the kind of person that loves to paint, loves to game, but sees value in the miniatures for selling and buying more soldiers than you had before? So I find there's a few different kind of categories of people. There's one guy I paint for, and I don't think he's ever sold a miniature. I know one of my friends when I was younger, he never sold a miniature ever, or gave them away, or whatever. He's collected and kept every miniature. But me, I have this thing where people come along and they say, "Can I have that?" Or I'll put it up, and with the idea that maybe someone will see it and buy it. So I've got a collection of soldiers that I've just said to someone, "Look, are you interested?" You'll know who you are because you watch these videos. He has asked to look at some more, but I haven't put those up yet. I haven't seen him any photos, but yeah, these are some figures that are some Foundry Paras, German Paras, Fallschirmjäger, and I got a tooth missing, and I'm saying some words very strangely at the moment. It just didn't come out right. That I have won a lot of battles with. I've actually really enjoyed fighting with this army. But in my mind at the moment, I'm collecting French Napoleonics. So it's just, if I sell them, it's a way of getting those. I'd probably buy them again because they're actually really cool miniatures, and just repaint them. Even though the camo on them is quite hard to paint, but anyway, it's fun. But yeah, that was the question. Do you sell your miniatures, or are you one of those gamers that collect them forever? I don't think there's a wrong or a right. It's just that I think that there are different kinds of people. So obviously there's some collectors, and they get people to paint for them and they collect. But me, I do have some in the cabinet at the moment that I'd really just like to keep forever. And that's why I'm doing my French Napoleonic army again. So yeah, let me know. And that's about it. Cheers guys, take care. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, please do. If there's something that you'd like to see, some kind of painting technique or anything like that, yeah, just feel free to ask. I love to help out. I'm still thinking about buying some cameras to do live videoing again, which I know some of the guys already want. So yeah, let's stop rambling, shall we? See you later. So as I said, I'm obviously one for selling a few miniatures, so I decided to flick these off to a guy up in Nelson to look at these pictures. I noticed that if I do sell these, there's a wee bit of touching up that I will need to be doing, as this is an army that has fought many battles. I said on the first part of the video that they're all Foundry, but the guns, the crews, and a few extra bits that like the mortar and a few other bits and pieces that I've added in, they are actually Perry metals. There's no plastics here, they're all metals. So this is the beginning of the Foundry figures. I might even, before I sell them, I might even put like another layer and a wash on the faces because I've changed my style a little bit. But then again, if I do that, I'll probably end up keeping them, which is, yeah. But yeah, they're actually quite the Foundry ones are really nice, really fun to paint. Some great poses. Now, coming up in just one more photo is a very controversial tank that I painted. Now, I went ahead for some reason and I just decided to paint it in whatever colour scheme I wanted to paint it in. Yeah, so when I first put this tank down on the table, I was like semi-told off by a friend, like, you can't just paint a tank any colour you want. I've never seen anything like that. So what the heck, I've never painted it again. I just kind of like it. So yeah, that was that. Stug gone. But it's done very well, that Stug, with its crazy paint job. So yeah. So there's a good bunch of figures. heavy HMG, and then we've got, so they're obviously 3-man crew. There's just one of those. But yeah, I look at these as I go through these photos, and I think, do I really want to sell them? And it just depends. How much will I get for them? Did anyone want them? Things like that. But yeah, as I said, these have gone through quite a lot of games. They've fought well for me, and I can see, even as I'm looking at these photos and recording this, there's a good amount of touching up to do on probably lots of things like rims of hats, trousers, some of the boots, things like that. But man, that's easy to do. That wouldn't take more than a night to sort out. I spent quite a bit of time working on these guys. Getting them to look, or what I would think is really nice. And I'll be just interested to see what you think. If these were yours, here's the question: if these were yours, would you be selling them, or would they be in like your forever case of bits and pieces? I've got a display case over there, and they were in there for a while, but now I've got some other bits and pieces hiding there. Yeah, some people think I'm slightly crazy with the way that I'll paint up soldiers and then flick them off, because I paint up tens of thousands of soldiers, really. When I look back at like the 15mm armies and the 28mm armies that I've painted up and flicked off. But what it does is it allows me to purchase new armies, which I paint up and I flick off again, and I purchase new armies. And this guy in the middle, he's obviously it's got a broken machine gun, and there's a bit of chipping on this here as well that would need doing. But yeah, that's and I've always done that. So obviously these are Perry's. These were painted a little bit later on. Flamethrower. I think there's coming up. I think there's a sniper team, but there's some SMGs coming up that I thought, well, I'll add those in so there's a little bit more firepower if I need it. Oh, these guys. Yeah, I mean it's a cool wee army. Wee sniper there, and just a couple of the guy that was looking at buying them. He was thinking maybe earlier war, even though it's not early war camo. So the gun barrel on that can change out for a short barrel on the Stag, and so I just chucked those tanks in at the end. So yeah, let me know what you think. But hey, take care, and as I said, please subscribe if you haven't.